action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Sacramento Kings. The opening tip is won by the Kings. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Screen coming. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Paul. Here comes the screen. To Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Fox across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. The screen sets him up for two.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Paul. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Fox against Chris Paul. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Two for 2 on that trip. Paul into the front court. They trail by 2. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound comes down to Sacramento. Fox with it. 2-point advantage. To Hield. Has a chance. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And you have to remember that the Kings finished 30th last year in the league in scoring. One of only 2 teams that averaged under 100 points.
To Adams. Offensive rebound. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And hits the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox. Paul across the timeline. They're down 3. Curling inside. Harrison Barnes. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Paul. Not going to have it this time.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Into the front court. It's Fox. Leads 5. Nice pass to get things going.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Thunder with the basketball. Paul. takes stock of the floor. To Paul.
Big pick right there.
To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. 3 for 4. Good start.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Barnes. To Hield. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Buddy Hield, such a big-time collegiate star nearby at the University of Oklahoma. Won the Wooden Award and the Naismith Player of the Year in the year 2016. Plus, I have to say, I will admit, I lost multiple games of horse to Mr. Hill. There you go, buddy. That's for you.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Thunder with the basketball. Paul. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. To Hield. Has a look. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
To Paul. Screen coming. Paul. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Fox into the front court. His team up by 7. Barnes. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Fox across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Easy path to the rim. The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions.
Paul.
Into the game for Oklahoma City, number 50, Terrence Ross.
Shot from the lane won't go. Trying to cash in. And the rebound comes to OKC. The pass stolen by Sacramento. To Payton. Count the basket inside.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Count it.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Payton into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Paul down to Adams. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one, maybe throw a zone, maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
DeAndre Ayton passed it off. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here's CP3. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Hayden with the basketball. His team on top by 8. Here comes the screen. DeAndre Ayton to Payton. Curling inside. Steven Adams swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
OKC ball.
I got ball. I'm here. I got him. I got ball.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Paul. Fires the 3. And he's going to the free throw line.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Fox with it. Down 6. Off the assist.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Paul with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game. Has a look. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3 in this first half.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And counted at the rim.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Kings have the basketball.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Barnes to Fox. Barnes. And the rebound cleared by Gallinari. Paul into the front court. Up 6. Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace of the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Here comes the screen. Fox, guarded by Patterson. Trying to cash in. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Paul. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Barnes. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Oklahoma City's got it. Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. 4-3. And the rebound belongs to Sacramento. Hayden into the front court. They find themselves down 10. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Ooh, Chris Paul. The defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now Paul with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Oh, blocked away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
That boy's living his best life.
Kings with the ball. Hayden. Down low for Barnes. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Ooh, Chris Paul. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
And scores.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect from in close. Paul. The pass taken away by the Kings. To Fox. The screen sets him up for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
De'Aaron Fox. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
With the flush, taking on all comers. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Into the front court, it's Fox, trailing by 10. Danilo Gallinari with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Short jumper off the mark. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oklahoma City ball. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Deep left corner. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Hayden to Fox. Screen coming. Fox picked up by Patrick Patterson. And the rebound taken down by Gallinari. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Foul number 2 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 28 to the line for 2.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Into the game for Oklahoma City, number 12, Steven Adams.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. The follow.
Substitutions, Sacramento. Entering the game for Atlanta, number 29.
Paul. From long range. Hits the trifecta.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Buddy Hield. Here comes the screen. Able to convert inside.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big. Screen coming. DeAndre Ayton to Hield. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Here comes the screen. Elfrid Payton, guarded by CP3. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fine to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Paul across the timeline. His guys up by 15. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Count the basket at the rim. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
To Hield. 5 on the shot clock. Fires the three, knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
And scores. Strong take.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. It's good.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Curling inside. On the basket, but a shot won't go. It's Sacramento ball. To Payton. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Elfrid Payton, couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Lays it up and in.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Payton. And count the basket inside.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. It's good. And he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
You can count that one. 4-point play. Payton into the front court. Down a bundle to Hield. Payton. Steven Adams rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Payton with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
Here comes screen. Here comes screen. Here comes screens.
Scores from the post.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Paul to Adams. Paul. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen to Hield. Elfrid Payton up against Patterson. For 3, won't go down.
I got ball. I got ball.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Payton to Hield. Here comes the screen. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. The shot by Payton won't fall.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Short jumper stays out.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Paul with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Shot by Paul, no good.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To Payton. Spins and scores.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Spinning shot, won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
And he'll head to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
DeAndre Ayton at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Paul into the front court. They lead it by 14. Has a look. Shot by Paul won't go. DeAndre Ayton, deep right corner. To Fox. Trying to cash in. Shot by Fox, no good. To Paul. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. DeAndre Ayton. To Fox. Screen coming. Fox matched up with Steven Adams. The drive right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And a nice finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Dwayne Dedmon snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Fires the three.
To number 5, De'Aaron Fox. That's
Chris Paul is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Second of 3 is good.
Number 6, Elfrid Payton.
Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Payton. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Paul. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Not giving up on that play. The result, a tie-up. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Payton with the basketball. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. DeAndre Ayton. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. And a nice cushion for the Thunder. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And not a whole...
Substitutions, Sacramento. Into the game.
The screen sets him up for 2.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Has a look. He connects with the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And the finish at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Here comes the screen. Fox up against Patterson. DeAndre Ayton to Fox. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Fox into the front court. His guys down big. Curling inside, stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen. To Fox. The pass set it all up.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Here comes the screen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The Thunder have the possession. Mike Scott able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
DeAndre Ayton to Fox. 5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Has a chance. He's looking for that touch. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Here comes the screen. Hield against the elite defender Robertson. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Gets to the basket and scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Driving is Fox, but he can't get it to fall.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
4-3. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Misses the first.
It's all good. It's all good.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Fox across the timeline. Down a bundle. DeAndre Ayton to Hield. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Oklahoma City Thunder are in the penalty.
De'Aaron Fox. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Good victory here for the Thunder. They move to 1-0 in their new campaign. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder emerged victorious after a tight finish.
And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Kings finished on the losing end of a close score. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Sacramento Kings.
Game trap. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.